Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan's sweeping drama about the architect of the atomic bomb. With its impending July 2023 release, Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer has already generated substantial buzz and anticipation. As one of Hollywood's most renowned directors, Nolan has demonstrated a knack for tackling complex subject matter in original ways. His upcoming biopic about J. Robert Oppenheimer promises to offer a gripping character study as well as a technically impressive viewing experience. Oppenheimer focuses on the American theoretical physicist who led the Manhattan Project, developing the first atomic bombs during World War II. Often called the father of the atomic bomb, Oppenheimer has remained an enigmatic and controversial figure in history due to the terrifying power he helped unleash. By spotlighting this period in Oppenheimer's career, Nolan provides insights into the man behind one of the most significant scientific developments of the 20th century. The film traces his leadership of the project as well as his internal conflicts over the bomb's implications. Casting visionary scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer. To take on the demanding lead role of Oppenheimer, Nolan cast frequent collaborator Cillian Murphy. The Irish actor has shined in several of Nolan's films including Batman Begins, Inception, and Dunkirk. Murphy portrays Oppenheimer across decades, from his early career in the 1930s through the complex aftermath of the atomic bombings. It's an impressive acting challenge that requires embodying Oppenheimer's brilliance as a physicist along with his flaws as a human being. Nolan's faith in Murphy's acting ability is evident, as Oppenheimer will put him front and center throughout the entire film. Early behind-the-scenes footage showcases Murphy's transformation into the enigmatic scientist who spoke eloquently but was socially awkward. Makeup and costuming convincingly aged the 46-year-old actor to portray Oppenheimer into his 60s. Murphy's casting sets up an intriguing character study as he brings Oppenheimer to life in all his complexity. The physicist was incredibly ambitious yet racked by self-doubt and internal conflict. As the head of the Manhattan Project, Oppenheimer found himself under incredible pressure as he worked to change the course of history. Emily Blunt takes on the role of Kitty Oppenheimer. Playing Oppenheimer's wife Kitty is Emily Blunt, another performer known for her versatility and dramatic depth. Kitty became increasingly distant from her husband due to his all-consuming work on the Manhattan Project. However, she provided vital emotional support as he faced the consequences of his earth-shattering creation. Blunt's casting adds star power while also bringing vital humanity to the story. Her character represents the toll Oppenheimer's work took on his personal life as well as the moral gray areas of wartime scientific research. Scenes between Murphy and Blunt promise to add heart and conflict to this sweeping historical drama. Making nuclear physics cinematic. One of the main challenges of portraying Oppenheimer's life on screen is translating the complex science in an engaging way. As a theoretical physicist, his work was extremely technical and cerebral. However, Nolan uses his trademark visual flair to make the process dramatic and exciting. Creative cinematography and editing builds suspense around the groundbreaking research. Quick intercutting builds the intrigue, while Nucleus VFX complements Nolan's practical effects with historically accurate digital atomic models. The director's preference for shooting on film stock immerses the audience in the time period while lending immediacy to the scientific discoveries. Percussion-heavy music ratchets up tension. The score nods to Oppenheimer's love of classical music while adding contemporary touches. Oppenheimer's internal turmoil is externalized through stunning natural backdrops, including the New Mexico desert where the decisive Trinity nuclear test took place. Nolan takes full advantage of the cinematic landscape to mirror his protagonist's psychological journey. Moral dilemma of the atomic bomb. Oppenheimer's portrayal goes beyond simple hero or villain dichotomy. His impossible position of power comes across strikingly thanks to Cillian Murphy's monumental performance. The film thoughtfully engages with arguments both defending and criticizing Oppenheimer's leadership. It does not shy away from the death and suffering caused by his work. But it also explores his perspective and intentions during an unimaginably high-stakes war. Nolan ultimately refuses to provide easy answers, instead crafting a nuanced character study. Oppenheimer chases scientific glory, wrestles with guilt, and rationalizes use of the bomb, a fascinatingly contradictory portrait. The ethical complexity around developing weapons of mass destruction has timeless relevance. By personalizing this chapter in history, Nolan engages the viewer's empathy as well as their intellect. Striking visuals combine with moral gray areas for a memorable, albeit disturbing, viewing experience. Oppenheimer serves as an ambitious and chilling reminder of mankind's immense capacity for both creation and destruction. Technical brilliance and historical immersion. Oppenheimer continues Christopher Nolan's trademark technical mastery by filming in IMAX. The format delivers unparalleled visual impact, especially during large-scale sequences. The director's insistence on practical effects gives the visuals heft and authenticity. Explosions and implosions were created using chemical reactions instead of CGI. The commitment to physical realism matches the meticulous scientific research. Period details further immerse the audience in World War II-era America when the future of human civilization hung in the balance. Vintage props, cars, clothes, and sets were crafted based on extensive historical references. Oppenheimer is poised to offer Nolan's singular directorial perspective on one of the most pivotal events of the 20th century. By humanizing renowned figures, he unearths the interpersonal stories behind world-changing discoveries. It's sure to be a dramatic and thought-provoking experience in theaters this July.